Nicole Oliver. We have Brenda Crichlow. Cathy Weseluck. Maddy Creber. And then we need another chair. Okay. We have a lot of people. Okay. And then we have surprise guest, Zecora.
Hey everybody! How are you doing? Woohoo! Hey, I just want to start this by saying I just signed a grown man's forehead. How random is that?
How's everybody? Having a good time? Having the best time? Grow up!
Well, first of all, thank you all for taking some time today to answer questions and from the audience here and to share a little bit of insight into how you do what you do. We're all big fans here of all of your phenomenal work. So since we had a V&A panel or VA Q&A panel yesterday, we just wanted to make this a continuation of that and get right to the questions just as quickly as possible so that we can answer as many of the audience's questions as possible. Now we have lines that are forming.
Let some of our youngest bronies come up to the mic.
And the youngest bronies to the front.
Okay, as a beginner clairvoyant, I just want to start with the answer to the first question is 42. I see there's some Douglas Adams fans in the crowd.
Hi, everybody coming in at the back. Come on in and grab a seat. Don't miss anything.
Hey everybody, this is Spike. I'm just wondering if all the small ponies are like roughly my height. If they could come closer to the front, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, to the front of the line.
Look, there's one now.
Why don't we start with the young one over here? Hi, you have a question? Get on that mic, young man. Get on that mic.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your question? What's your question?
My question is
42.
my question is how did you feel when you found out you were gonna voice these specific characters?
I said, really? Really? Okay, all right.
Ooh.
I was a bit shocked.
Ah.
There was a little
When I first found out that, because my character came in later, when I first found out that I was playing on the show, I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then I found out how big the fandom was, and then I was like, that is so cool.
Joined after Bronies existed? Did you know about Bronies?
I did not know until...
Oh, it caught everyone by surprise.
It certainly did.
Thank you for your question.
I think we were all excited to get our roles and be here and still be here and see all of you. What a wonderful result.
Thanks for your question. What's your name?
Next question.
We're just going to alternate mics. Actually,
Yeah,
we're still going to...
Yeah, we're just going to do it.
Thanks for your question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
hi to a few friends of mine?
Sure.
One's name is Cassidy and one name is Angela.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, Cassidy. Hi, Angela. How can you tell we work together?
Next question.
All right, next question.
In the season 4 intro, will Twilight have wings?
I've never seen so many moose in one place. The moose in this here auditorium.
That means we can't tell you. You'll have to tune in. Thank you.
I don't know, but we'll see.
Or else we hear, look, there's a moose.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Just really quickly, everybody in the back, feel free to scoot up to the front. We have a lot of people waiting outside. Okay. There are a couple of spots closer up to the front. You still have to work a little bit to find them, but we definitely want to get as many folks in here as possible. Thank you.
If you do have a seat next to you empty, do you think you can put your hand up? That will help folks find them.
Thank you very much. I love how colorful this is.
Okay, next question.
Oh, move the mic down. There you go.
That's all right.
You just hang on to it.
Yeah, hold it, girl.
Please save it for me. Geez, my daughter's gonna say this.
It's actually spoiled, so...
If you can get that.
Do you have another question?
Could you also
Don't take it, tell him this is like.
We didn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't hear what you said. Everybody applauded. We're all sitting there like,
Can you say that again? Yeah.
say pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows?
I can't hear you, Liv. You got to talk right in that mic.
Could you sing pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows?
Big fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
In the springtime. I don't know that one.
Thank you for the question. Next question.
love it.
Thank you. Next question.
Hi. I wondered if you guys had like OCs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. A lovely artist named Sarah drew mine. Her name is Voxy. She has sparkles in her hair and highlights. She's quite fabulous. I drew my own OC. She doesn't have a name yet, but she's on Twitter.
Oh, nice. Okay, so some of you you've been gifted OCs
Yes.
by your adoring fans.
You guys, I have to say, just you being here really is a gift enough. You all surprise us with these beautiful plushies and drawings and things. We love you too, and it's very, very humbling. So thank you for everyone who shares their creativity with us. But you are enough.
I also wanted to say, I love you, Scootaloo.
Alright. Next question. Over here.
Can you walk us through what a typical recording session is like?
Should we show them what it's like?
Can you walk you through what it's like to be in a recording session? The recording sessions we do for My Little Pony are what we call pre-lay, which basically means that we get into a group of actors together. We are in a group, and we are recording scene by scene by scene. We have a director, Terry Clausen, who works with us, and Jason Beeson, our producer, is with us. And we record literally scene by scene. We'll do a run-through of that, and we'll go back and do another run-through, and if we make mistakes, we pick those lines up again. And he gives us further directions if we, there's a pickup line, and then we'll do the next scene. And we do this for a 4-hour booking, 4-hour call. Although, as you know, most of you, I'm sure, that Tara Strong does her recording in LA. So she does her own, and as Spike, I will have to read to someone else, another actor, will be Pinkie Pie, or someone else will read my lines, read Twilight's lines for me, and I'll read to her. But we're all recording in Vancouver. It's a wonderful experience to work together, and sometimes we get to work with these guys, and sometimes they have their own scenes in their own show. But it's a real joy. It's a lot of fun.
And one of the newest subject matters for discussion, I know that was just released out to the public, was Equestria Girls. And I'm curious.
Yeah.
Was the recording experience similar for that? Was it similar to a recording of an episode of the TV show, or did it differ in any major way?
I think we didn't even really know. I didn't know that it was a movie until I saw it on my IMDb page.
Oh, really?
It was just, we were given the script, and there's nothing really different about it. It's just a little bit longer.
Oh, until the part where they said then they become human. That's when I went, what the?
We weren't really partial to that information ourselves, that it was going to become a film. So we were all doubly excited when it was, and to see the script. I mean, every time we get a new episode, the scripts are brand new, so we don't know how the plot's going to unfold. We don't know what the characters are going to do in the show itself, and so this was a real surprise. I mean, humans and a dog. That's a real challenge. It was a challenge and a lot of fun.
Yeah, but we're still not sure. Did you like it?
How many people have seen it more than once? More than twice? More than 5 times? Wow! Awesome.
Has anybody slept in the movie theater? Just watched it over and over and over.
Thank you for your question.
That's dedication.
Okay, next.
He's a tiny pony. He's a baby pony. Hi. He's a tiny baby pony. Hello, Daddy. How are you?
When was the day that you started the movie, and what year?
2012 was the year, and it was a cold day in February for me.
I really like your voice. It makes me want to pretend that I'm you. Me too. It's so awesome. Oh, cute. You have such a sweet voice. Well, I can make you a question. Oh, yeah.
You're going to take all our jobs away from us.
Scrumptious. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel?
Should we all say hi to Rachel?
Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you for your question, Rachel.
Who's your favorite pony, Rachel?
Twilight. My favorite princess is Princess Celestia.
Hey, Rachel. You've come such a long way. Nice to see you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the con.
This question is from my little sister who unfortunately could not attend today. It's about Lee. It's for Lee. Obviously, Snips had a lot more lines in Equestria Girls than in the show. And what was it like recording that? It did your voice get tired because of all the lines that he had or whatever?
No, my voice never gets tired. I sound like this all the time.
No, it's, right now my voice is a little trash because I've been talking to all of you and I love it. But during the record, I drink a lot of water and I keep the lubricated. But yeah, no, it's...
Fruit lozenges. Come on.
Stop it. Rachel does not appreciate where your mind is going. I know that my voice is usually pretty good during a record because I know that, you know, you've got to rest it up. I was just very happy to have a bigger role in it because, you know, Snitz is cute and little and so is his part. Thank you.
Actually, is there any water around? You just
Yes, please. Water would be good.
So bring us some water, please. Thank you. Next question. Hi. What's the most challenging aspect of your career?
Can you speak a little louder?
What's the most challenging aspect of your career?
The most challenging part of our career?
Most challenging.
The audition and waiting by the phone.
Maybe the unpredictability of it, because when we go to do our auditions, we can never know whether we're going to get them or not. So it's always a good approach to do the best that you can, and if you get it, it's a gift, and you don't, you know it's meant to be, and then another one will come along.
There's a lot of ups and downs in this business, and a lot of disappointment too, but you get used to it, and that's a big part of, you know, staying strong and just not letting your confidence go down, and know that there will be a project, you know, someday. It just has to be the right thing, because there's so many elements involved with, you know, getting a part, and you just have to wait for that right time, and My Little Pony was one for all of us, and we're very fortunate.
And as in life, I expect nothing and anything better is a delightful surprise.
Here comes the pony now.
Hello. Hi. I wanted to know, how did you feel the first time you voice acted?
All of us?
Yes.
The first time, I love it. It's as freeing and fun as you probably imagine it to be. It's incredible to have the freedom to do different voices, be different things every day, sometimes several times a day. So it's a real gift, and like has been said, one I don't take for granted.
I think for me, I do a lot of in front of the camera for film and television acting, and coming into a studio session to do a first record, I remember it was a bit of a shock because no one can see you. You don't have to be on in that way. You're on in a different way. Nobody cares what you look like. You're not coming dressed as a lawyer in a suit or anything like that. You can come in your sweats. And it's just a completely different medium. And knowing how to wear the headsets, the technical part of it, and where to place your voice with the speaker and your stance, it was a different learning curve. There's a lot of technical stuff to take into consideration, different from being on a film set, different from being on stage.
The first role that I did, we're talking voiceover because I think most of us do on-camera acting too. I had to match a voice of a goose. Thank you very much. A goose called Bessie in a show called Kissy Fur. And I thought, this is my first job, I have to sound like a goose. Can't I just sound like myself?
So Bessie the Goose was like this, and they had to make sure that I cracked my voice on purpose. And she lived in the pond, near the pond with the other geese. Geeses, I don't know. And
I had to crack my voice, and I thought, please, universe, help me get through this. So I was excited to get the role, but I was worried about holding the character. And then I learned how to do that in time. But it was fun. It was exciting and scary at the same time.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 9 and Scootaloo rocks.
When I first did voice acting, I was even younger than you. I was only 6 years old, and I did a voice on my dad's cartoon for free, and it was called Being Yin. Do you know that show? It's probably too old, but yeah. And that was super fun. I had to be a little preschool girl, and it was the best time of my life. Yeah, I started voice acting when I was
well, I did my first professional thing when I was 7, and also I did the same thing. I did a little voiceover thing for something my dad was working on, and I remember how much fun I had. And I was 4. I don't remember seeing anything or doing anything specifically, but I still have that feeling, you know. And I still have it today when I go in for a session. I still have that, you know, mindset of I just absolutely am in love with it. You know, it's a fantastic business, and we're so lucky to be a part of it.
The first experience I had was absolutely terrible, but the second experience I had was wonderful. So let's talk about that one. The second gig that I got right out of the gate. I got the lead in Street Sharks. I got to play Ripster, and after the first terrible experience, let me suffice it to say, the first experience, the line was, I was playing a warrior on Conan and the Barbarian, Conan the Adventurer, and my line was, I am blind, which was, I was blinded by a dragon, and Wally Bird directed me from some ship someplace. He kept making me do the line over and over again, and finally my friend Doug Parker said, actually, Lee is blind, so maybe make him stop doing that line over and over again. But the next one, when I found out I got the first lead in a series, I didn't stop grinning stupidly for about 2 weeks. I was just like...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is John, and I'm very excited to be here. But is the end of Generation 4 near?
No.
What? The end of Generation 4 near?
Yeah. Do what?
When was the last person's contract ended?
Are you asking if there's a season 4?
I'm asking if there's going to be a Generation 5.
Oh.
Look, there's a moose!
That means
I don't know, we'll have to see, but we all sure hope so.
What are these words you say? They sound English, but I don't understand them.
I think we all hope there's a Generation 30 at least, so it's kind of... Thank you for your question.
Generation 4, Part 30.
Or at least a Stephen Magnet spin-off.
Right.
What a world that would be.
I think we need a season 27, don't you? The sun rises a lot slower in season 4. Maybe a season 84.
That's when Snips has a walker.
But the sun sinks fast. We're in the geriatric ward, I think.
But if you're going to get away, there'll be a season 42.
What?
Season 42.
What?
Next question.
Yeah. This is for Cathy Weseluck. I was thinking of, I still watch the show Kid vs. Cat, and you speak for Dennis, the first time I heard of My Little Pony and saw the first episode or so, any episode, I forgot which one though. When I heard Spike's voice, I'm like, oh wait, I know this voice. And yeah, I noticed the voice was from Kid vs. Cat. But why is the reason you stuck with the same voice for both of them?
Well, I like to not think of it as being stuck with the boy's voice. Because it's one area that I'm able to do. There is a difference between Dennis and Spike, even though the base placement of the voice when you start and you create boys' voices is a similar placement. But then it depends on the boy's character and the antics that they get into, and his personality that sort of determines his age, his energy level, and his relationship to the other characters. So the base placement is somewhere in the same zone, but we have to sort of boot and tuck. So it's actually a compliment for me to have another role in the series. And Dennis was a little bit more intellectual, more older, a little sci-fi, and Coop's sidekick. So in a way, he saves the day a lot for Coop, just as Spike does sometimes for the ponies. Thanks for watching it.
Thank you. And I'm going to try to do a Fluttershy impersonation, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
Or Pinkie Pie, I guess.
Wait, is it Pinkie Pie or Fluttershy? Am I plugging my ears or am I leaning in? Because I don't want to get it wrong.
I guess for now, Pinkie Pie.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll pass that on to him. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question.
Hi, my name is Emily. What made you decide to audition for this show / role?
Mortgage.
Yeah. Well, in my case, breakdowns come out from the casting directors from the show saying these are the characters and these are the qualities we're looking for. Please let us know if you would like any of your clients to come in to try out. And then the agent will say, you should see Nicole Oliver, Brenda Crichlow, Cathy Weseluck, all these people. And then we can, sometimes they tell us what role they'd like us to read for, they being the producers. Other times we get all the sides and we're told to pick 3 or pick 2. Or just come in with the one you think you can do. And then you always come in with the other ones prepared in your back pocket because inevitably they're going to ask you to read for something else. So that's kind of how the process goes. And then you have callbacks and they start narrowing down the sound and the actors. And then they're inviting other actors in as well. So it's a long, ongoing process. And sometimes you can audition for something and find out 10 minutes later that you have the part. And other times you audition for something and months could go by and you get a phone call saying, "Hey, remember that thing? Well, you booked it." And you start in an hour. So it's kind of how it works.
And for most of us, well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I would say for all of us, if I may be so bold, voice auditioning kind of falls under the umbrella of a few other avenues of which we perform in. So some of us do some film and television and have that string. Some of us perform on stage and have that string. Some of us do hosting. So voiceover acting falls under that umbrella, so we want to be able to have the opportunity to audition. We all have a voice and have an instrument, and it's another part of us, of what we do. So when an opportunity comes up, and if we can do it,
I
go
also
for
do
it.
interpretive dance.
He does interpretive dance, he said. He's really wonderful at it as well.
Wait, Lee just said he can do interpretive dance?
Yes.
Wait a second. Let's see what you got.
What have I done?
See, he's marvelous at it, isn't he? I think Michelle's good at it too.
Yes, there you have it.
Of an interpretive dance with one spirit animal. What's your spirit animal, Lee? Yes.
No, it's actually a white owl.
Oh, wow. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. And a unicorn.
Well, thank you.
A pair of scissors and half a mustache. There's a correlation there, isn't there?
A whole mustache. Big one, too.
Thank you again.
Next question.
The next question.
Hi there. I just wanted to ask you guys, what was your favorite aspect or part of the personality of the characters you voice over?
I like Celestia's impatience and her sense of humor. I love Celestia's calm demeanor.
I wish I could do that more in real life.
I like that Zecora has the opportunity to impart some wisdom and some magic. It's all about magic.
For me, I think it's Spike's dedication and his nobility, and just how he just seems to be annoyed sometimes by things. And he's just a little boy, so the spontaneity of it all.
I like how Scootaloo is up for anything. I like how Applebloom is just so passionate, you know? I mean, she can be impatient and she can be annoying. And just like, oh, Applebloom, okay, we get it. You want to get your cutie mark, but there's an element of childhood and fun and just generally wanting, you know, something that a lot of probably ponies her age wouldn't even think about, and that shows her maturity. And I think that that's my favorite part of her, because a lot of young kids can relate to that. That's why I like Applebloom.
I like the interaction between Snips and Snails. I like working with Richie and Cox. I like Snips is silly and fun, and I like to be silly and fun. And as you can probably tell, I'm not silly or fun at all. And I think about Stephen, I think I like that Stephen Magnet is so butch, and she's like, watches a lot of football, you know, drinks beer, eats pizza, you know, just like whatever, man. Yeah, fabulous, whatever. Even want that mustache, take it, whatever.
Thank you for your question.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Next question. You were talking about raise the mic.
All right, so 2 questions. One kind of as you as a person, and another question as you as a voice actor. So I personally love ping pong, and I was watching like a great game of ping pong between 2 of my friends, and I was wondering like what kind of hobbies or like little games you enjoy the most.
Oh, are you asking for this?
Yeah, anybody that wants to.
I love, well, I dance a lot. And that's, well, yeah, I mean,
You just saw
it's not really
a sample of that, which was marvelous.
It's not really
Could you answer this while dancing?
Marvelous, just marvelous. It was marvelous.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna do it.
It's not really a hobby. It's you know, it's sort of it's a profession, and you know, I think.
Are you interpreting something?
I think it's. You know, I like to skate. That's cool. I like to watch hockey games.
I think she's having a seizure. Do you smell toast? Do you smell toast right now?
Hey, Michelle, you need to get down. The lawyers are getting nervous.
We don't have coverage for her falling.
It's funny that you mentioned ping pong because I play ping pong. And that's kind of a weird little thing nobody knows about me. But I've won sort of unofficial tournaments in the past, which is bizarre. But I mean, I haven't played them in forever, but it's a fantastic game. It's kind of let's set up a table next con.
We should do the epic. We should have a panel. We should totally do a panel and be called the Epic Battles of Voice Actor Ping Pong.
Cathy Weseluck has just given an open invitation and challenge to any ping ponger in the room. Next con, she will challenge you.
I will challenge
you.
It seems to be the Spikes that like to do it though. Because look at your great holy Spikes.
Well, we'll have to have some lessons because that hand-eye coordination with me and little balls, I'll need some help. Any windsurfers out there?
Anyone?
All right, we're not windsurfers. I windsurf.
Are you
windsurfers? I learned in Hood River, Oregon, and I will tell you, it's the most phenomenal sport I have ever tried. I also downhill ski and a few other things, but I'm an avid skier and an avid windsurfer, and I'll just say, if you have never tried surfing the wind, it is amazing, and it is a huge challenge, and it's not what you think. You end up in the water a lot more than you do on the board, but when you do catch the wind and you've got your boom and you're out there, freedom.
Someone's got to draw that down.
That's marvelous.
Yeah, it's an amazing time.
You gotta have Zecora on moments of ooh.
Yeah, yes. It's an ooh. And then when you fall down, it's like a
I'm an art freak, so anything that involves creativity. I love writing, drawing, carving on stones, painting, illustration, anything. I like it all. Okay. Actually, I'm working on a new carving right now, but if you go into YouTube and you type in Lee Toker on slumber stones, you'll see me making. No, it's a soapstone.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm with Lee, and I love all things creative and art. I love drawing and all that. I like ping pong too, but one time I played ping pong and I cracked a window, so I haven't played very much since then.
Blind people and ping pong really don't mix, I find. You know, just one hit and that's basically the game.
I really enjoy, by the way, coming to these conventions because we really get a chance to dress up. So Brenda and I thought we would dress up a little more for you, and thought we would put on our.
See, we're that, you guys are
Our outfits weren't quite complete, so.
Crabsy. Who was here at my concert last night? So it was definitely. So last night we definitely did not do a song from My Little Pony. It was called Crabseed. You know? Once again, not associated with the show Friendship is Magic. Just to be clear.
So we have a little pony over here who's been patiently waiting.
Oh, yes.
Question?
Yes. What is your question?
Hi, my name is Riley. I'm 11 years old. And have any of you stayed in character for the rest of the day without even knowing it?
Didn't you hear about Zecora Day? Did you hear about Zecora Day?
No.
Who heard about Zecora Day? And spoke like Zecora. There was a day I tried. I kind of needed a little help with script, but there's some amazing people who did that for me all day long and had battles. So yes.
Does this sound like a pirate day except you rhyme?
This was Talk Like Zecora Day.
Talk like Zecora Day.
Talk like rhyme with Zecora.
But what rhymes with Zecora?
What rhyme? Yeah.
Fedora.
Oh
my gosh! Fedora. Oh my gosh. Next question.
You know what? In order to get through everybody in the line, we're going to have to try and get some actor energy and go through our lines real fast because I see our lines are going right to the back of the room. So next question, if you're up and ready to go, let's hear it. Hi. Hi, come on up. Speak right into the microphone.
Right into the mic.
If someone were to try to voice the character that you do on MOP, what would be your suggestions?
If they were trying to get into the industry, or we couldn't quite hear you, so sorry.
Voice your character, yeah.
If someone was trying to voice my character?
Yeah.
What advice would I
Yeah,
give?
trying to take a job. Basically trying to take a job, yeah.
It's mine! Well, I would give you advice if you were trying to enter into the industry. It's a competition and a business like anything else to practice and study and try and go in for a voice audition. That would probably be more in line with what I would, add my advice to. Does that sort of answer your question? Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.
Next question. Here. Hello, sir.
She can't see through it. I'm going to help her out here.
Okay, so someone ready with a question? You ready?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
First off, I'd just like to say, Brenda, I know you said yesterday you were looking for some Zecora stuff. I have a few spare prints, if you're interested.
I would love it.
All right, awesome. I'll give them. Oh, I I'm still here? Yes, I am. Okay.
Yeah, I did a shout out because I really wanted to have the opportunity to promote all the fantastic, wonderful artists that are out there. And I can't think of a better exchange than at the conventions. So I would just love to have the opportunity. If you draw and you do amazing things, please sign it. I'm going to come out tomorrow and go through the convention hall and to the vendors, as it were, and say a personal thank you. But I think this is a great venue for sharing art and seeing what's absolutely out there.
Sounds good. So my question in particular, one of the reasons I kind of personally fell in love with the show was because it has so much depth in the world. I'm a huge junkie for like world building and that sort of thing. And one of the things that's really kind of come out in the last season especially was Zecora as a mentor to Twilight in the same way that Celestia is. So going forward, and maybe season 4, not asking for spoilers, but what would you guys personally like to see out of a potential, like meeting or, forming a relation between Celestia and Zecora, obviously Nicole?
Oh,
interested in your opinion too.
That's a profound one.
Well, I really adore Brenda Crichlow in real life, so I would welcome any opportunity for our characters to interact.
Yeah.
How's that for a...
Yeah, we could just give you a general speculation. Likewise.
It's like a wish list. Like, what sort of thing would you guys like to see?
I'd like to have it be a flashback. Wouldn't it be great to see them, when they were in their younger days?
Yeah, you know what? We're missing a little bit more of the history of Zecora, some background. So, maybe if we put it out there, who knows? But yeah, there's some interactions that, we can't even fathom, but how wonderful would it be if we had a script that had that in there? So we can only hope the same way.
I know more seekers are always welcome.
Thank you.
We don't get enough of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I was wondering how was working with Rebecca Societ, considering her first speaking role as Sunset Shimmer in The Question Girls.
Oh, sorry, could you say that again? Get a little closer to the microphone.
I was wondering how was working with Rebecca Societ, considering her speaking role as Sunset Shimmer in The Question Girls.
Can't hear you. I'm sorry, we got radio squawking. Could somebody...
Yeah, so the radio.
One more
Somebody
time.
repeat that? Or?
You have to talk really loud.
Right into the microphone.
Loud.
I was wondering how was working with Rebecca Societ, considering her speaking role in Equestria Girls.
The Badisses.
Oh, what was it like working with the voice actress for Sunset Shimmer in Equestria Girls?
Rebecca Schweiker.
Oh!
Rebecca Schweiker is a wonderful person, a fantastic actress. And she was at the LA Film Festival when we were there at the premiere. And she also does the main theme for My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. I'm sure most of you know that. And other songs. And she had a wonderful time. She just loved being with the cast, and she was really thrilled to see everybody. She's a really, really wonderful person and a really good actor and singer. Gorgeous singer.
Before we just sort of go to the next question, could I just have a friendly request to our staff, if they could please just turn their radios down? We're hearing a lot of the feedback back here that's amplified. Thank you.
Hi. But I'll have a chicken salad sandwich on rye, please.
Go to one in T-4.
Maybe some lemonade.
3, 2.
Now, roger that. Chicken salad sandwich.
Roger that or roger this? Next question. Next question, please.
In regards to Spike and Zecora playing the Sea Dragon in the beginning, since Spike has an infatuation with mustaches, and we have one that had a fabulous mustache right over there, do you think that Spike in any way or relation may have, since he can't fly, some Sea Dragon in him?
Maybe secretly like part sea dragon.
Exactly.
Like an exchange of DNA through the follicles of the mustache.
I don't think I look anything like Snips, but I don't know. I'm just here to help
Twilight and ponies mainly, and just get into what I get into. But
I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes.
Whatever. Because you know what, dude, that's creepy.
Spike and Rarity sitting in a tree. Kissint. First comes love, then comes baby dragons, then comes Rarity pushing a stroller, really upset and tired.
Dear Princess Celestia.
I don't think that's the original lyrics. I just don't.
No, seriously? I was just wondering if it was possible. I don't know if I have to talk to Princess Celestia about it or the mayor, but I don't know. There's got to be another way to send your mail through me. I'm getting total indigestion.
Thank you. Next question.
Next question.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about the character that you play? Do you feel like you want to play a different character?
No way.
No.
We're all
I like Spike.
I love our characters.
Our characters are fun. I think it would be fun to try the other characters, but everybody does their own so well. It's just fun to be with them.
Sometimes in recording sessions, we'll read each other's lines and we'll devolve into ridiculousness. And sometimes we're fun.
Each other, or read them as your own character?
Fabulous! Oh my God, stop!
I wonder what Spike would sound like if he had an accent like Applejack. I think that would be darn good, maybe in a cowboy suit. What do you think? It's kind of hard doing accents, isn't it? Yeah, Appaloosa, yeah. Did I do pretty good?
The great and powerful Trixie. Oh wait, that's me.
Did we answer your question?
Thank you.
That was awesome, and I don't care.
Hello?
Hello.
I have an economic question about the My Little Pony world.
Okay.
It's getting serious.
What do you believe is the exchange rate between the equestrian bit and the US dollar?
$7 bits per dollar.
The question is, what is the exchange rate between the equestrian bit and the American dollar?
Yes.
Okay. Well, aren't you all mostly Canadian?
Yeah, we're all Canadian.
All Canadian.
2-1. I think we're on par. Yeah. Don't you?
We're on par.
I think we're on par.
You're on par.
We're on par.
But there's a little shop around the corner, they'll give you 2 for 1.
Or you can go golfing. Good question, though.
Thank you. Good question.
Et monsieur, là-bas, avec le Armani.
My question is, could you please say hello to my friends Colby and Michael because they couldn't make it to Bronycon this year?
Hi, Colby. Hi, Michael.
So, really quickly, we have a brief announcement here. Brenda, Lee, and Nicole, unfortunately, have to step away. They are going to be joining us downstairs for autographs.
Can I have a question, 2 things I wanted to share with everyone if I could, real quick. So on the Twitterverse before I came here, if you follow me on Twitter, which is @mouthnoise with a Z, I kind of was bragging about the Mariners beating the Orioles, and so hold it down. So we've made a bet, Bronycon and I, for the series this weekend, because the Mariners are playing the Orioles all weekend. So we have $500 on the table, and whoever wins the series, I'm going for the Mariners, Bronycon is going for the Orioles. Whoever wins, so if the Mariners win, I will give $500 to a charity in Seattle.
Wow.
If the Baltimore Orioles win the series, Bronycon will give $500 to a charity in Baltimore.
And just to make a little fun. And Andy Bryce, the incredibly talented Andy Bryce, has drawn a one-of-a-kind picture, which will be in the charity auction, of Princess Celestia in an Orioles uniform blowing bubbles, and Cheerilee in a moose costume with a mariner's outfit going, why am I always in a moose head? So, please do bid.
That's
my
awesome.
Second thing was, and it's a selfish thing, today is my son William's 10th birthday. So, is my husband back there with a camera, or is he there, or is he gone? Well, I was hoping maybe, my husband Chris is over there, so if he could stand up. I'm wondering if you guys would all sing happy birthday to William, and I could show it to you when we get home. So, is that okay? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear William. Happy birthday to you. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you later. Sorry, we have to go.
Hey, Nicole, I'm in for $100 on that.
Are you?
Oh.
Yeah, we talk. Who are you? Who are you going
for? I'm in $100 for Seattle.
Yeah,
there you go.
So it's now $600.
Well, because we're living in Vancouver, it's kind of our sister city, but. And just for all of us in a Selfish Radio too, so we can keep in touch with all of you, please, each and every one of you, please follow each and every one of us on Twitter so that we can stay in touch with you more, okay?
We love it. All 6 of us are on Twitter.
We are.
I will be. I have a new phone, so I will be.
And I'm just at Michelle Creber.
And you're wonderful.
And thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for everything.
Have a great rest of the weekend.
See you next.
Just so everybody knows, Cathy is also joining the bunch that is headed down for autographs. You can catch autographs downstairs immediately after the Q&A panel here. And we have the 2 Cutie Mark Crusaders here.
It's 2/3 of the package. 2/3. I should just FaceTime Claire.
We will, there you go. We will continue taking questions. So, next question, if you have questions for the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Yes?
Hello. I was wondering, for both of you, whether you have either a favorite episode of the show or a favorite moment of the show.
Favorite episode would probably be Cutie Pox, because that was crazy fun to do. And yeah, I did the qu'est-ce que c'est? Not the cutie. And there was actually there's some of it actually got cut out because we did a few I think about 5 more talents, and there was one that was just like crazy. I forget what it was. It was like I think it was scootering. I think I did scootering. Yeah. And I remember, and they cut it out, and I was so sad because it was really funny. There was this one line where and it was like a Scootaloo reference. So that was my favorite episode to record. It also looked awesome.
I liked Sleepless in Ponyville. I don't know if I've ever screamed that much in my life in a record before, so it was lots of fun.
Very Scootaloo heavy episode.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Next question, over here. Hello.
My name is Sophia, and I was wondering if you have a favorite My Little Pony song, like from the show.
We are the Cutie Mark Crusaders, on a quest to find out who we are, and we will never stop the journey, not until we find our Cutie Mark.
Next question.
Okay, first off, I'd like to say happy conniversary. Happy conniversary.
Thank you.
Happy conniversary. Okay. What I actually wanted to ask was, what's your best or most interesting thing that happened during or before or after recording, like around that time?
During recording? The most interesting thing?
Yeah, like what did you, when you were back there, like something funny that happened? I don't know.
Well, there's been a lot of funny stuff. Tabitha, I think we've talked about this before at other cons, but she's hilarious. She never totally sticks to the script, and it's awesome. And we're totally used to it, and she just goes on and she adds all this amazing stuff. So that's a great thing to experience. But one of my favorite experiences before or after a session was, I think it was about a year ago or something. They sometimes bring fans to DHX, and there was this one absolutely lovely fellow. He was mentally disabled, and he had a lot of troubles, and he was just so happy and so excited to see us, and it was just a really nice experience, and I loved that. That was awesome.
Yeah, nothing really lives up to that. It was really good. Although I do like how when you give Claire a cookie, she will start to scream and run around the room.
Have you ever seen
all that sugar?
Over the Hedge, Handy, the whole world stuff? That's Claire times 2.
All right, well, just so everybody knows, we have about 10 minutes left for the Q&A, so we're going to try to get through as many questions as possible. So, yes.
Speed round.
Lightning round.
Do you guys know any of the fan art, maybe like the fan-made songs on YouTube or anything?
Yes, next question. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely try to stay connected with some of the fan art, and there's just so much of it. It's fantastic. You guys are all so talented, and you have your own thing, and you are really able to express yourself in this fandom. That's my favorite part of it. And I mean, just look at this room. It's so colorful, and there's so many interesting hats and wings and fluffy ponies and stuff. It's awesome. And yeah, so we definitely get to see a lot of this stuff, especially at conventions.
How many of you guys made your own cosplays? Yeah, that is amazing. Like, I'm so jealous. I wish I had the ability to just pull stuff together like that. It's awesome.
For sure. All right, well, thank you. Next question.
Hello. Hello from Moscow and from the Russian Brony community. We would like to thank you. We would like to thank you for the whole show. We just adore them. You adore them, guys. You're just awesome. We would be grateful if you say "привет," like hello in Russia to the Russian community.
Can you say it again?
Привет.
Привет. Isn't that a chip?
Привет.
Привita? In our character voices?
Привет. Yeah, you may just say hello to Russia, to Russian bronies, if you would like it.
Okay.
In your voices.
Okay. Hello, Russian bronies. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Russian bronies!
Thank you.
Sorry, I can't speak Russian.
Next question. Hello.
What do you think your cutie marks would be?
Our characters?
No, I think you guys.
Okay.
Not your characters.
Good question. Mine would probably be definitely something artistic. Probably something with the music notes or microphone or something.
Yeah, I think I'd put like a paintbrush or maybe a pencil, camera, something artistic.
I always thought that the Cutie Mark Crusaders, and this is not spoiled, like
We don't know anything. We know nothing.
Just forget about the actual show for a second. If I
forget why you're here.
Yeah, just erase your mind for the past, year or something. And if the Cutie Mark Crusaders got like
a cutie mark that sort of connected, that, you know, they had like
They were all three
a
related.
scooter or something with like a heart around it, and then we all had matching hearts with something inside of it. I think that would be really representative of their friendship and, you know, what they're all about. That, you know,
Part of their talent is being
exactly.
friends with each other.
Yeah,
And friendship is magic.
Friendship is magic. Thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay, this one's a scenario. Imagine the CNCs are out crusading one day, they come across this cave, and it's just full of this giant pile of gold bits. The catch is, they have to spend it within 24 hours. It's got this spell on it. If they don't spend it in 24 hours, it's gone forever. How did the CMC spend it?
I think they would do a spectacular, like, cutie mark crusade. Like, it'd be the ultimate cutie mark crusade. They would just, like, they would set up in the first 2 hours, they would set up this massive obstacle course that would just go all around Ponyville like 20 times, and they would just sit back and forth, try every single thing, go to every single store, and they would just like go over the mountains and just like fly and get, you know, just everything. They would just go crazy. That's probably what they would do.
I think they'd buy a bunch of materials and they'd build the ultimate Crusader mobile and
yeah, and then they could use it to go to all those places. Go through the obstacle course and like, we gotta do this. We gotta, yeah.
Combine those two, I would see that movie.
Yeah. Thank you. Who's that man? Applebloom man. Go.
Okay. You know, there are tons of lines that the bronies fall in love with, like, I want to now, what are you, a dictionary? Being the people who receive the scripts way ahead of us, can you predict that we're going to fall in love with these lines, or is it kind of a random question?
I think some we can tell, because our writers are fantastic, and they're always creative, and finding new expressions that our characters say. They're very fitting to, you know, something that Applebloom would really say, or Scootaloo, you know. So we trust that, you know, the good writing and some funny lines will become popular with the fans, and we just hope that you enjoy it. So.
I just find everything funny, so it's really hard to predict which one you guys will find funny. But yeah, I'd say I agree with Michelle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on. Yeah, so I'm an actor based out of Chicago right now, and I just applied for an agency, and there's supposed to be a casting call later this month, and this is sort of a two-way question. I wanted to ask you guys, how can I prepare for this casting call that could potentially lead to representation? And as younger people in the voice acting field, what is that like, especially since there aren't a lot of like younger children voice actors?
Well, when you go in for an audition, have you gotten the script yet?
No.
Okay, so they're probably going to give you a script. It's probably going to have a description on it of what the character will be, and you just got to make a choice for auditions. You have to be very clear on what you want that character to sound like, what you think they would do in different situations, and also don't be afraid to really put your all into the voice, because voice acting is about stepping under your own skin and really putting yourself in a position of another character. And so just go for it and just try something. You know that you can't go wrong with just going for hitting it with your best shot. All right, that's my advice.
I think it's important to find something special that your character's got, something a little bit different, and really dig into that and figure out what that is, and try and make it come through in your voice, whether it's like through the tone of your voice or just through the acting. And yeah, find that one thing and practice it a bunch of times. Try a bunch of different things, and when you find the thing you like, just go for it. Practice, practice.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. We have time for about one or two more questions here. So
I'm Dan, and I'm a ponyholic.
Hi,
My question is, are there any kinds of lines that you find either fun or challenging, like impersonating other characters or tongue twisters?
Like, so far in recording My Little Pony?
Any answer you have, though.
Well, sometimes there's lines where if you're kind of tired or just you've had a long day, and there's just this one line that you just like, big, giant, ginormous something, like you just something like that. You just can't get it out. Like it's just like their hands, no job, but job, like it just does not work. And sometimes that happens, and it's quite funny because the more you do it, the more it just does not work.
Yeah, when you're reading the script, sometimes you see like this big, long paragraph of a line, and you're like, okay, getting ready for this. I'm gonna practice this a bunch of times. I have to say it.
So this morning I was trushing my beef. Dang it! Dang it! You know, so that happens sometimes. And also for Andrea, it's sometimes really hard because she's got these massive paragraphs and just like she has to whip through them, and it can be complicated sometimes. But it's funny. Makes for some good laughs.
Do you ever do impressions?
I don't know. We don't. Well, we do impressions of other voices. Like we go crazy. It's like, oh hello, Maddy. How are you doing today? Doing good. Very very good. But I want it now. Would you like to buy some books? We're voice actors. That's we act with voices. That is pretty much what we do.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that is all of the questions we have time for. I guess
let's just do one question.
One more question
for this gentleman.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. First of all, on behalf of the Friendship is Magic Wiki, I want to thank the voice cast and all the people involved. Like, you give our wiki a purpose and you give me a job. So, thank you all. So, I have a question for Maddy Peters. So, for the first 2 seasons, like, every time we've had Scootaloo, like, you're still always involved with the other Crusaders, pretty much. Like, you're the cornerstone of the story in these episodes. But when we had Sleepless in Ponyville, how did it feel to, for the first time, be in the spotlight, like being the focus of the episode, really?
Well, when I was reading the script, I was really excited actually to see that I was in it a lot. It was kind of my story, and it was cool to see actually how my character developed a bit. And, well, I kind of got really excited. I was like, ooh, am I going to get my cutie mark in this episode? Really, that's not going to happen for a long time, so I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah, I was really excited to see that I had quite a few lines, and the story kind of was my story for once.
When you made such a big friend, you practically had a big sister.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
It's always good for us voice actors to have the opportunity to express our character, and episodes where your character is in the spotlight is a treat, and it's fun in the studio because you can go with it, and you can have fun and explore new things with the character. So I'm sure that happens for all of us. But thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you all so much. This has been awesome.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Michelle just has an announcement here, just another little side note. Michelle will be selling CDs.
Yes. So last night was a little bit of an awkward situation because me selling CDs like way over in the Hilton, and some of you were talking about how you couldn't find us, and we will be in the vendor hall from 5:30 to 6:30. And I will be signing CDs, selling CDs, and also doing some autographs. And Maddy and I will be in the autograph room from 4 to 5. So come over, and yeah, thank you all so much.
Thank you for coming.